Hey guys, welcome to the recap for December 2020, where we talk the latest in music gear, pro audio, industry news, and studio tips. If it's gear related, we're down to talk. Seriously, it's what we do. We may be a little obsessed. Let's get into the gear. First, Neural DSP with a powerful floor modeler, an eco-friendly guitar line from Breedlove, the PreSonus Revelator microphone leaves us way impressed, and the latest in drumsticks from Wincent. And for the live music fans, some cool new concert news from Sweetwater Studios and We Came as Romans. Phew, that's a lot. Lots happening. The QuadCortex is a tone geek and knob tweaker's dream, with nearly limitless options for sounds. And right now, it's available exclusively in the United States at Sweetwater. A couple things that really stood out to me about the QuadCortex: the massive amounts of processing power that come in this modeling amp. The other thing is that you can have multiple guitar players going through one modeling amp at the same time and using different settings all at once.
This is the most powerful floor-based processor I've ever seen. We've got quad-core Shark-based processors running at 2 gigahertz inside here, and it can do an incredible amount of processing for your guitar and your bass. But what I really like about it is all that power, all that capability is actually under the hood. Operating the unit is super simple, and they've included a bunch of features that make it very easy to take this on stage or take it into the studio.
Sweetwater recently got together with Breedlove Guitars, and we're really digging how these look and sound, but also how they're sourced. Breedlove is straight out of Bend, Oregon, dedicated to making the world's best acoustics while supporting a sustainable future. In the words of the dude and signature Breedlove artist Jeff Bridges, Breedlove believes you don't have to compromise the environment or your tone to have the best and be good at the same time. Next up, we've got Nick D.
So there's a new company that we're selling their product, and it's called Wincent.
Wincent,
Even though
okay.
it has a W at the top of the name, it's a Swedish company.
Okay.
So the W actually sounds
It's a
like a V. And the company's actually been around for 30 years, and I've been in this business for a long time, but there's still new things to discover.
What makes these sticks unique?
One thing is that all their wood comes from Kentucky. They're a Swedish company. Their factory is over in Sweden, but they import all their wood from Kentucky here in the States.
Wow.
They stone grind their stick all the way down with the tip, and then they put them in this liquid wax mixture that puts kind of like a waxy, tacky sort of feeling on the outside of the stick, which is really good. It sort of warms up when you play. You don't drop the stick. It feels really good in the hand. Now, before the drumsticks, Wincent was really popular for making dowel sticks and things like this. Apparently, they were the first ones to put the rubber O-rings on the dowels. They feel good, make good sounds on the table, on the arm. Yes. They have really nice feeling brushes, and they color code the brushes for thin, medium, and thick nylon brushes as well. All kinds of different things. Our friends at Pearl have brought Wincent. They're distributing the brand here in the States. They have a long history. A lot of great rock drummers are playing their brand. I picked up this stick. It's a signature model from the drummer named Tomoya, Japanese drummer. His band is One OK Rock, because they rock.
Yeah, they're great.
It's a really thick, kind of heavy drumstick. But the way it feels in my hand, the weight, I haven't been playing anything else for about 2 weeks now.
Wow, that's impressive, honestly.
Yeah, and I've been playing like 5As, which is a much smaller stick. So just the way they construct their stick, everything about them is really cool, and I just encourage other drummers to check them out if they've never heard of the brand or if they want to try something new. This could be a really cool option to check out.
So, Nick, you've got all these sticks because you're working on a demo video with Wincent right now. Is that correct?
I am. I've been practicing playing with all the different sizes, and I'm coming up with a really cool thing to demonstrate all of these cool pieces of drum gear.
So if you're interested in learning more about Wincent drumsticks, or you'd like to watch more of Nick playing drums, check the link below. Got it?
Okay, bye.
Also, we just wanted to shout out the Revelator, this great new mic. Probably the best in class. Really elevates the podcast game and at an insanely affordable price. If you're looking for a new podcast mic or just a great USB mic for any recording need, check out the feature-packed Revelator USB mic from PreSonus. You can learn more about this mic and its software in our demo with Mitch.
I've been really impressed with this. It's so easy, you just plug it in and it works, but if you want to go deep, you really can, and it allows you to bring together multiple signals, and that's something that's so useful when you're doing a podcast. You just have to have a way that you can add sound effects, background music, interviews, all those kind of things, and having it all inside one simple app makes it super cool.
You know what time it is? It's time for Best Comments Ever. From Tyler Garrett, Today, an employee at Sweetwater Sound helped me understand more about my studio in a single 55-minute phone call. More than any conversation I've ever had about my studio. Thanks, Sweetwater, for your consistent patience and support. Excited for the next steps. Tyler, so are we. From Simothy_, even if everyone in my life lets me down, I know Sweetwater Sound will have my back. And we do have your back, Simothy_. Next, from Box Sound. Ugh, great. Now I'm gonna have to buy this. Thanks a lot, Daniel Fisher.
Yes.
Joel writes, find someone who looks at you the way Don looks at that Strat. I don't know what to say about that, to be honest with you. I think it's a good one, I just don't know what to say. Guys, I forgot I have to do my studio tip of the month. Tip of the month. Are you unhappy with your guitar tones? Do you have a recorded DI track? Then you're in luck because you can reamp your guitar. Reamping is a two-step process where you first record a dry, unamplified guitar track and then re-record the track afterwards by reamping. Reamping is sending the DI'd track out of your DAW and through a reamp box to your amps and effects. There's a few reasons reamping is commonly used in the studio. If you're unhappy with the sound you're getting, you can go back and improve the tone after the guitar player is gone. This often happens later in production when you realize one of your guitar rhythm tracks is taking up too much space in the mix, or the tone just doesn't quite fit right. Another benefit to reamping is you can reamp an edited guitar track. Editing guitar can be difficult if you have a lot of distortion because it's really tough to see the transient on the waveform in your DAW. If you use a DI signal to do your editing, you'll have a better view of the transients and then you can send your edited track back out through the amp. Even if you know you'll be reamping, I recommend putting a mic'd up amp out there anyway for the guitarist to hear while tracking. Their playing will most likely improve greatly if they can hear their guitar through the amp the way they're used to, rather than listening to an unflattering sounding clean DI track. So if you have a clean guitar track, how do you actually reamp it? You can use a reamp box like a Radial X amp, which just looks like a DI box, to route the signal from your DAW's line level output to the guitar signal level input of an amp. Dial in the tone you want on the amp, and now set up your mics to record the guitar cabinet the way you want them. This also allows you to fine-tune the mic placement by being able to play back the performance with different mic positions. Play the signal through the amps and adjust the tone to your taste, and then hit record. It really is that simple, and now you can spend as much time as you want adjusting the tone and the mic placement until you're loving the sound you're getting. If you want to know more, just leave a comment. It's free, just like the rest of our tech support. We're way excited to partner with We Came as Romans and The Plot in You to host a live stream concert. It's broadcasting for free this week, and we asked the band sales engineer, Josie Franco, to sit down and talk about getting back on the stage.
Hi, it's Josie from Sweetwater Sound. I'm here with my good friends, We Came as Romans. Yeah, what brings you guys to Sweetwater?
So we were in the middle of one of our biggest headlining tours to date in March. We had to cancel it 6 shows in because of COVID, and then we went home and trying to figure out how can we still play music and how can we connect with our fans. So we had the crazy idea to reach out to Sweetwater and see if they would want to partner up for a cool live stream series.
When the tour got canceled, I was bummed, and I was like, man, we spent so long designing this setup. It was like, okay, what can I do to enhance it a little more? All the other live streams that we watched, I watched them, a couple of them, and I was like, okay, it's cool and all, but how can I make it like ours better?
Yeah, I mean, it looks massive, just like even now with all the additional like LED panels and everything else, it looks absolutely insane.
You're telling me right now you're scared again, and now you're losing composure. You're telling me right now you cared, but you were never running. I don't even want it. Take away a wasted age.
I guess on a performance level, I think shifting the focus from like, oh, this is weird, to just like gratitude. And how can we recreate the excitement that we really bring into a live setting virtually? And I think we've definitely done that. One of the things we really try to focus on is, having that sense of like personal relationship with any company that you're working with and whoever your point of contact there is. And unfortunately, in the music industry, that can be few and far between. And so that was one of the things that really stood out to us was like, not only is Sweetwater like timely and they over deliver and all of that, but like they also take initiative to just like reach out and like cultivate a friendship and a relationship.
If we can connect like on a friendship level, it's like, I'm gonna keep coming back.
Silence is the sound of closure. You got me thinking it's over, so wear me out. The sound of closure.
That's all for this episode. And if you'd like to have your music featured on the recap, send us a link to recap@sweetwater.com and show us what you're making with your new gear from Sweetwater. From all of us at Sweetwater, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Gear.
Hi, Rachel. Listen, there's one brush
Somewhere,
missing.
We don't put it on eBay.
we actually lost one, you guys. He threw them very far. So,
I missed that. I see it. It's right there.
do you?
I'll get it.
Do you really see it?
I do.
Oh, there it is. Okay, go.